You should all know by now that I give you stuff way in advance of it coming out because of my source directives, because of my connection to source, what misinformed people call God. Do you understand? This is from And We Know. They don't know it all either. Just saying. But anyway, shout outs to LT. Love you, bro.
It's very interesting, right, that folks are catching on. So, former Overstock CEO Patrick Byrne blasted President Trump's chief of staff, Mark Meadows, and the White House lawyers in comments posted online Sunday about a meeting at the White House Friday night with Trump about the contested presidential election that Byrne attended with attorney Sidney Powell and former Trump National Security Advisor, Lieutenant General Michael Flynn, saying that Trump is being betrayed from within, quote, betrayed from within. Byrne also denied the reporting that a military coup or martial law were discussed. Let's keep going with this one. So Patrick Byrne, this is on Twitter, he said, my involvement is, as I was in the room when it happened, the raised voices included my own. I can promise you, President Trump is being terribly served by his advisors. They want him to lose and are lying to him. He is surrounding by mendacious mediocrity. Byrne called out White House counsel Pat Cipollone as the leaker to the New York Times about the meeting and accused Meadows and White House staffers of lying to Trump to get him to concede. Quote, I was there for the full 4.5-hour meeting. This is Patrick Byrne. Claims military coup martial law were discussed as 100% fabrication. Trump is lied to by his own advisors who tell staff, quote, get the president to concede, unquote, while they stall Trump. Meadows plus lawyers Eric Derrick, GC Pat Cipollone, leaker. Quote, Meadows and legal staff led by GC Cipollone reflexively shoot down every sober discussion or idea presented. Their frame of mind is automatic. Quote, we better not try that. It may not work. It would hurt your reputation in the press, unquote. Patrick Byrne says, no kidding. They say stuff like that. Tell Donald J. Trump. He continues. So somebody asked Byrne, name the advisors, Patrick Byrne, need to turn up the heat on these cowards. And he says, Pat Cipollone, I hope I said his name right. It's Cipollone or Cipollone, and two other lawyers, Eric and Derrick. Meadows wants him to concede and transition also. Responded to a poster who offered an opinion on why the establishment is intent on getting rid of Trump. Patrick Byrne says, quote, I'm convinced the U.S. establishment, including the Republican establishment, have decided to end the Trump era. They want Biden-Harris and the globalist reset. The reason they have resorted to such extreme measures is because the reset is time critical. They need the U.S. on board now, Byrne replied. Correct. Very interesting. And as I was pondering this, sometimes I wonder if this is all part of psychological operations. It's this the type of information that they want shared to throw off, throw a bone this way to keep the dogs running in other directions. And then I happened to get this interview. It's about 52 minutes long. And it was interesting as the part that I clicked on from Lynn Wood with the NTD Live crew happened to touch on this.
I think he's facing a level of disloyalty that a president has not faced since Abraham Lincoln. You know, Abraham Lincoln couldn't trust anybody. Go back and read history. It repeats itself. Learn from history. Look at what Abraham Lincoln was facing. He didn't know who to trust. He had everybody out to conspire against him, but he finally made the right decision. I believe if you look at Abraham Lincoln's history, you're going to find that Abraham Lincoln made the decision by himself, in effect, and his God, to do truth. That's what Abraham Lincoln stands for, Honest Abe. I believe that President Trump is in a similar situation. I think he's got people in the very White House, in his office, in his Oval Office, that are not loyal to him. He needs to get them out of that office. It's either lead, and he's the leader, follow, or get out of the way. Ted Turner from Atlanta, that was his line. Other people used it. I believe in it. The president is our leader. Either follow him if you work with him, or get out of his way. I think the president has some people around him, even in his executive branch, that need to get out of his way. so that he can lead this American population. He can lead the people that love freedom to maintain their freedom. Get out of Donald Trump's way. Let Donald Trump be Donald Trump. He'll lead this country to freedom, just like Abraham Lincoln did over 100 years ago.
Amen.
So at the end of the day, the only ones Trump can trust are the ones that have been heavily attacked, like myself. I'm the ultimate one he needs to contact and trust, period, because of who I am. This is very, very serious, and they are right. The heat will be applied. Not to mention, Daddy just had me disintegrate some of these fools. Playtime is over. It's getting real serious. Do you understand? Love and light, y'all. See you later on.